entire city into the lake. All the rubble from the fire. So that's now, right now, before the fire, you're on Lake Michigan. Now, does anybody know where the fire started in 1871? Yeah, Mrs. O'Leary's barn. A cow knocked over a lantern during a rainstorm. That's probably not true, but that's what we say. I'll teach you the song later, okay? Look on the right-hand side of the boat. Look straight up. You see that building with those white undulating patios? That's the tallest building ever designed by a woman. Her name is Jeannie Gang. She's from Chicago. That's the Aqua building. And oh yeah, Lady Gaga lives there. I know. The Aqua building. Look at the building on your right. See that building right there, that white one? The architect made a big mistake. He clad it with Italian Carrara marble. In 10 winters, the marble did this, came off the building. They had to reclad it in North Carolina granite. It cost $80 million. So the guy made an $80 million mistake on the building. We like to say it just goes to show you cannot take marble for granted. Oh, I know, that went right over your head. That's so stupid. Anyway, don't worry about it. Okay. We're going out to the lake. We just now passed one of our bridges. How many bridges do we have in Chicago? Yell out the number. How many? One of my students. How many bridges do we have in Chicago? Anybody? 37. 37 bridges in Chicago. They all open up in the middle. There's only one city in the world that has more bridges than open. What is it? What? Oh, you couldn't raise your hand. I don't know. I like it. Amsterdam has a, you can yell out the answers. You don't have to raise your hand. I'm not a teacher. I'm a tour guide. So all you have to do is yell out the answer. Yeah, 101 bridges in Amsterdam. Now here's an important historical point. The river that you're on used to flow from west to east into the lake. Back in the 1800s, this was all meat packing and slaughterhouses. Where do you think they threw all the carcasses? In the river. Well done. Paint, garbage, sewage, wood. The river was so dirty a chicken could walk across it. And by the way, it flowed into the lake, and that's where we got our drinking water. People were dying of cholera and typhoid. In 1890, we did something that was really amazing. We reversed the flow of the river. How do you do that? They built a dam way down south, holding back the water. They dammed it off here. They dug down 37 feet for 26 miles. They took out more dirt than the Panama Canal. Guess what happened on January the 2nd, 1900, after 10 years of digging? They blew up the dams. Look at my arm. Gravity took over. All of our sewage, all of our garbage, all of our waste went south. Took 3 days. Chicago was very happy. St. Louis was not. I know. But today the river flows from Lake Michigan all the way to the Mississippi out the Gulf of Mexico. Okay? So that's the important point about the Chicago River. Okay. There's Lake Michigan right in front of you. And of course, look at the Lakeshore Drive Bridge. The first person to go across that bridge was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 1937. The south side of Chicago is on your right. The north side of Chicago's on your left. And there on your soft left is Navy Pier. Anybody been to Navy Pier? Excellent. Anybody been on this Ferris wheel? Wow, excellent. I'll talk about that Ferris wheel later, but you need to know one thing quickly. The first Ferris wheel ever built in the world was built in Chicago in 1893. That's not the first one. It was built at Jackson Park about 7 miles south. That's where the World's Fair was held in 1893. It's beautiful on the lake today. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oh, by the way, if you have a baseball cap on, lock it down a little tight. I've had a few hats go into the lake because you'll get a gust of wind like this and your hat will come off. Also, if you're doing a selfie with one of those wonderful cell phones, don't hang it over the boat. 2 weeks ago, one of my students selfie, her phone landed in the lake. So be careful. You know why? You know when you fly a plane without notice, you'll get some turbulence? On a boat, without notice, we'll do this. And she was hanging out doing this wonderful selfie. The fish loved her picture. Okay. All right, you're going into the Chicago lock. Right here. There's a lock captain. Can you see the lock captain right there? He's up in that room. Oh, yeah.